A farmer is digging an irrigation ditch in 1986. Southwest China, Sichuan province. His shovel hits something hard. He pulls it out. It's a bronze mask, 3 feet wide, eyes the size of dinner plates, pupils that stick out on stalks, like nothing in Chinese art, like nothing in any art. He keeps digging. He finds more, dozens of masks, then hundreds, bronze heads with gold foil faces, elephant tusks carved with geometric patterns, a bronze tree 9 feet tall with birds and ornaments hanging from its branches, over 1,000 artifacts, all of them completely alien to Chinese culture. Here's the problem. This city existed 3,000 years ago, same time as the Shang Dynasty, but the Shang Dynasty is 800 miles northeast, and their art looks nothing like this. 2 separate Bronze Age civilizations in China, and we only knew about one. The masks are what haunt you, human faces, but wrong. The eyes bulge out 6 inches on cylindrical stalks. Some masks have enormous ears, flat, rectangular, stretched horizontally like wings. The mouths are wide, too wide, some grinning, some neutral, all of them staring with those impossible eyes. What were they looking at? The site sits on the Chengdu Plain, fertile land, rivers everywhere. 3,000 years ago, a city stood here. We don't know what they called it. We call it Sanxingdui, 3 stars mound, named after 3 small hills that mark the area. The city was massive, walls enclosing nearly 12 square kilometers. That's bigger than ancient Athens. Population estimates, maybe 50,000 people, maybe more. They had bronze casting technology that rivals anything the Shang Dynasty produced, but they used it differently. The Shang made ritual vessels, cauldrons for offerings, containers for wine and food, practical objects for ceremonies. Sanxingdui made those masks, trees, strange bird-like figures, statues of humans wearing elaborate crowns and robes, all in bronze, all bizarre. Then around 1200 BC, the city vanished, not gradually, not through slow decline. They buried everything, deliberately, smashed the bronze masks, burned the elephant tusks, took everything valuable and sacred and destroyed it in 2 massive pits, then abandoned the city. We don't know why. No written records. The Shang Dynasty had writing, oracle bone script, thousands of inscriptions. Sanxingdui, nothing, not one character. If they had writing, they didn't carve it in stone or cast it in bronze. It's gone, so we're left guessing, looking at artifacts we can't fully understand. The bronze tree is the strangest object, 9 feet tall, multiple branches. Each branch has birds perched on it. Ornaments hang down, flowers, fruits, something like a dragon coils around the trunk. The tree was found in pieces. Archaeologists reconstructed it, but they're not sure they got it right. There might be pieces missing. There might be pieces that don't belong. The tree might have been taller or different, we don't know. What was it for? A religious symbol? A map of the cosmos? A family tree? Chinese mythology has sacred trees. The Fusang tree in the east where the sun rises, the Ruimu tree in the west where the sun sets. Is this one of those, or something else entirely? The elephant tusks add another mystery. Over 80 tusks in the pits, some carved, some plain, all burned. Elephants don't live in Sichuan, not anymore. 3,000 years ago, maybe, or maybe Sanxingdui traders brought them from Southeast Asia, Burma, Thailand, Vietnam. That's 1,000 miles away, through mountains, through jungles. Why bring elephant tusks all that way? Unless they were incredibly valuable, unless they meant something we've lost. In 2020, archaeologists opened 6 new pits. Mori masks, Mori bronze. One pit contained a sculpture we've never seen before. A kneeling figure, human body, animal head, holding something in its hands. The detail is extraordinary. You can see the muscles, the texture of skin or scales or fur. It's hard to tell. Another pit had fragments of silk. Silk, 3,000 years old. The earliest silk ever found in China. It's decomposed, just traces, but it was there. Every discovery raises more questions. The city had walls, massive earthen walls, 30 feet wide at the base. They enclosed the city on 3 sides. The river protected the 4th. Inside the walls, we've barely excavated. Most of the city is still underground. We know where the sacrificial pits were. We've found some residential areas, but we haven't found the palace. We haven't found the workshops where they made these bronzes. We haven't found the furnaces, the molds, the tools. And we haven't found the grave. Thousands of people lived here, died here. Where are they buried? We found sacrificial burials, animals, a few humans, but not the population, not the kings and queens who wore those gold masks, not the artists who made that tree. They're missing. Just like the reason they left. Around 1200 BC, something happened. The city empties. The people take the most sacred objects, the masks, the tree, the tusks. They smash them, they burn them, they bury them in pits lined with ritual deposits. Then they leave. Some might have moved to a new site 12 miles away, a city called Jinsha. That site has similar artifacts, similar style, but smaller, less grand, like they lost something when they abandoned Sanxingdui. Was it a flood, the river changing course, earthquake, invasion, religious transformation? We don't know. The pits were sealed carefully, reverently. This wasn't destruction by enemies. This was ritual, self-destruction. They killed their own gods and buried them. Why? Chinese historians didn't know about Sanxingdui until the 1980s. 3,000 years of Chinese history, countless dynasties, endless records, and no one mentioned this city. No legends, no myths, no references. It's like it was erased from memory. Or maybe it was always separate. Maybe the Shang Dynasty to the northeast never knew about it. Maybe Sanxingdui was isolated, alone, developing its own culture, its own gods, its own impossible art. Those masks with bulging eyes, modern scholars have theories. Maybe they represent gods, maybe shamans in trance states, maybe aliens. That last theory is ridiculous. But when you stand in front of those masks, when you see those eyes on stalks staring at you, you understand why people think it. They don't look human. They don't look like anything from this world. Maybe that was the point. Maybe the people of Sanxingdui were trying to show something beyond human, something transcendent, something that exists between reality and dream. The masks were found facing east, toward the rising sun. Were they watching for something, waiting for something? We may never know. The city is silent. The people are gone. All we have are these strange bronze faces, these impossible eyes, and the knowledge that 3,000 years ago, in a valley in China, a civilization rose and fell. They made art unlike anything else on earth. Then they destroyed it, buried it, and walked away. The excavation continues. 6 new pits in 2020, more discoveries coming, each one stranger than the last, each one deepening the mystery. Somewhere under that plain, the answers are buried. The palace, the workshops, the grave, the writing. If there ever was writing, maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. But those masks will keep staring, those bronze eyes on stalks, watching, waiting, 3,000 years old and still asking the same question. What were they looking at?